TunePocket.com. TunePocket.com.
Good morning. Good morning and welcome to the Sean Farrell podcast. I am Sean Farrell. God is great all the time. All the time God is great. And let's get right into it. So, pulling yourself up out of a dark place is not a very easy thing to do. And it requires so much strength. Takes every fiber in your being, just to pull yourself up out of a dark place mentally. Okay. And I was there for a full year, a couple of years, actually. When I think back to the 2012 from hell that I was dealing with, things got so bad, just got so dark mentally that I couldn't even make it through. I barely even made it through a full hour of work. Couldn't even make it through an hour. Couldn't even make it through a full hour. But it's hard. It's just hard. It's just hard pulling yourself up out of mental darkness. So I mentioned at the suicide prevention walk that I said that took one of the quotes from a Hall of Famer, Joe Namath, who said, football Hall of Famer, Pro Football Hall of Famer, Joe Namath, to be exact, that he said football convinced him that life is a team game. And and I took that and said, same thing with suicide prevention is a team game. But pulling yourself up out of a dark place is also a team game. Depression is a team game. Anxiety is a team game. Bipolar disorder is a team game. So I saw a post by a good friend of mine who actually told her story at the walk. And she posted about it in her Instagram story. Okay, she posted about it, and this is what she said. She said, yesterday I was hit with a depressive episode. Shout out to my husband for getting me out of bed. Shout out to me for getting up today to move my body and get myself my favorite coffee. I can't say I'm all the way out, but I'm trying. And if you're struggling too, I see you. Okay, so that's what she posted about in her Instagram story. And that's just an example of how pulling yourself up out of a dark place is a team game. She had the full support of her husband, and who was able to help her pull herself out of that dark place. When you pull yourself up out of a dark place mentally, it's like being down 20 it's like being down 20 in a football game. And it's like being down 20 in a football game, okay? And you're hit with a depressive episode. And remember, she said, shout out to my husband for getting me out of bed. That's like scoring the first touchdown, okay? Now it's 20-7. Shout out to me for getting up today to move my body and get my favorite coffee. Now the score is 20-14, okay? I can't say I'm all the way out, but I'm trying. And then the comeback falls just a little bit short. The comeback falls just a little bit short. And the final score is 20-17, okay? But, yeah, when you're putting yourself out of a dark place mentally, and as a team, when you have the support of people, you start to shake off that rust. Sort of like being, your whole body's covered in rust, and that rust, the more and more you get moving, the more and more that rust comes off, okay? So that's sort of what like pulling yourself out of a dark place mentally is like. It's like being down 20 and coming back, okay? And but I was thinking about this. What about the people who are in a dark place mentally, but they don't have anybody? They have nobody to help them come up out of that dark place, and they gotta rely on themselves, okay? They gotta rely completely on themselves to pull themselves up out of that dark place mentally, okay? And pulling yourself out of a dark place mentally by yourself, as opposed to putting yourself out as a team. It's like being down 38-0 in the fourth quarter of a football game, and you can't do nothing about it. That's what it's like. It's like being down 38-0, and there's nothing you can do, because it's like you want the support of family and friends, but at the same time you want to shut out the world. So it's kind of like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, because you want the support, you want somebody to come and pull you, help you to get going, get out of bed, so to speak. But at the same time, you want to shut out the world too. Rock in a hard place, okay? So you want that support, but you want to shut out the world. So you do neither. So you don't reach out to the support. You just stay in bed all day, and you just stay there. You don't move. You don't brush your teeth. You don't shower. You don't get up and move around. Again, I've had friends who struggle with anxiety. They told me that Their anxiety was so bad that they did not even move from their bed. They ate from bed. They ate from bed. They drinked from bed. And the only time that they really moved is when they had to go to class, because this particular person is in school. The only time that they really moved was when they had to go to class. Other than that, they were just bedridden. Just held down by anxiety. And so you crave that support system, but you want to shut the world out. So instead of craving that support system, you just shut the world out and just lay in bed all day and don't answer calls. You don't answer texts. You just lay. Hey there. Okay. You just lay there. And so, the difference between putting yourself out of a dark place mentally as a team and the difference of trying to pull yourself out of a dark place by yourself can take weeks, months. I've been in there. It took me like a tool. It took me about a full 2 years, possibly 3, to pull myself out of a dark place mentally. It took me about 2 or 3 years. And as somebody who still falls into dark places mentally, yeah, it is no fun. It's no fun. No fun at all. Okay. And to the people out there who think depression, mental health issues, anxiety are just words for being lazy, nah, it ain't. Nah. Mm-mm. Nah. You're sadly mistaken, okay? Very sadly mistaken. You have trouble sleeping. You can't maintain a healthy diet. You can't think clearly. 3.2% of children in the U.S. struggle with the oppression, or they struggle with bipolar disorder. Okay. So, depression, mental health issues, anxiety, not sadness. It's a lot more than sadness. You can pull yourself up out of sadness 10 times easier than you can pull yourself up out of depression. Anxiety. Depression and anxiety, along with suicidal ideation. That's 20 times harder to pull yourself up out of. Okay? So, let's see if you hear from a monster. Alright. That's it and that's all for the Sean For Real podcast. I am out of here. Thank you. God bless you all. Peace out.